Hello everyone, how are you? Welcome to Passionately Intrigued Arts and More with Tracy. I have collected some rose petals and I want to make some rose water. I've been wanting to do this and never had a chance, so I had some roses and I took all the petals off, and from what I've researched, you wash them first to wash off if there may be pesticides or bugs, or I don't think there's any bugs in here, but I'm just going by the instructions. Well, the water is a little dirty. So then what you do is you place them in a pot with, they recommend distilled water. I've read that you can use tap water. I don't have distilled water and I'm not going out, so I'm going to use purified water. And that's about 2 cups of rose petals. So you want at least 5 cups of water. I'm using 2 bottles. Measurements aren't totally accurate. Then you place your rose petals in here. And you'll put this on the stove and bring it to a boil. Once you bring it to a boil, you'll take it down to a simmer. Let's go to the stove. So I've got it set on medium high, and I'm going to let this come to a boil like instructed. And once it comes to a boil, I put it on simmer. Once it's on simmer, you will cook the petals until they lose all of their color. Their color will come out. So I'll be back when we get to that stage. So it's come to a boil and the color is coming out already. So I'm going to turn this down on low so that it can simmer. But as it's simmering, just let me tell you what rose water is good for. Of course, it's a fragrant liquid. You know, it smells good. For skincare, it's good for hydration. It can moisturize and soothe and hydrate dry and sensitive skin. It has anti-inflammatory properties, reduces redness and irritation, and making it beneficial for acne-prone skin. You can use it as a toner. It acts as an astringent for tightening and toning the skin. What else? Antioxidant protection. Contains antioxidants that protect the skin from free radical damage. And also digestive help, calming the stomach. Rose water is traditionally used to soothe an upset stomach and reduce nausea. A lot of things I didn't know. Antibacterial properties. It may help inhibit the growth of harmful bacteria in the digestive tract. Other benefits, you know, it's refreshing. Be used to freshen your bed sheets, freshen your face, your body. You can add it. The aroma is good for perfumes, soaps, and other products. I've also read that medicinal uses. What is that? I think that's a leaf. Medicinal uses traditionally as a medicine used to treat eye infections and sore throats and wounds. I have never heard of that before in my life. But you have to be careful, you know, just test it, because you could have an allergic reaction. As always, you know, do your own investigation, do your own research. Now, this should last we got to let it cool down once we're done. We're going to strain the rose petals, the water from the rose petals, let it cool down, and then you'll store it in an airtight glass container. You can take it from that container and place it in a mister, a spray bottle, but it's wise to keep it in the refrigerator. Now, some of the research that I've come across said it can last for a month, but other says that it can last up to 6 months if you add an essence oil, tea tree oil, rose essence oil, lavender essence oil, and also if you add a teaspoon of vodka. That helps to keep it from growing fungus and keeps it like an antibacterial effect if you use these items to help stretch the shelf life. Research, research, research. You live and you learn. You're never too old to learn. So you see it's turning a pale mauve color. So we'll keep it going. I will be back with more information and the next steps that we'll be doing. I almost forgot to mention that there's many benefits for the hair that rose water has. It helps with hydration. It can moisturize dry hair, scalp, and help reduce the effects of heat and pollution. It reduces oiliness and dandruff. It has astringent properties and can help regulate the oil production and reduce dandruff. The anti-inflammatory properties can help soothe irritation and itchiness caused from conditions like eczema and dandruff. Oh, my children have eczema. I'll have to let them know about that. And it can improve the hair texture. It's a natural, has natural conditioning properties to help improve the texture and manageability. It reduces frizz and adds shine and stronger hair growth by creating a healthier scalp environment, which encourages strong hair growth. Those are nice benefits. It has so many benefits, it's just unbelievable. You can apply it, the rose water, after shampooing your hair. Apply it in your hair at that time. All right, the color is slowly coming out. If I think of anything else, I'll be back as we wait for the color to dissipate out of these petals. I forgot the directions said place an upside down lid on top with some ice cubes. I don't know why. I've yet to find that out, but I'm just going to follow instructions. Maybe if I read down a little further to tell us why. Okay, here's what it says about the ice cubes. When making rose water, you place the lid upside down with ice cubes to create a surface for the steam from the rose petals to condense onto, allowing the fragrant rose vapor to collect as liquid on the underside of the lid and drip into the collection bowl. Well, I'll be darned. Essentially capturing the essence of the rose petals through a process called distillation. Oh, so I'm doing some distillation here. Okay. The ice on the lid helps cool the steam rapidly, promoting the condensation. Well, I'll just be doggone. You live and learn every day. Okay. So what I failed to say also, that there's I got a small glass bowl inside here collecting the drippings from the condensation. And I guess that's more pure form of the rose water. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. Science experiment. I'm learning. In further research and further reading, you can simmer these for up to 45 minutes. Most recommend 30 minutes to let the color of the petals dissipate. So let's see, it's been a half hour and that bowl is almost full. They still have color. They're lighter. So what I'm going to do is take the bowl out. Let's do that. Let's see how we're going to do that. Oh, like that. So I'm going to use this one for hair. So that's the distilled water. It doesn't have the color, just a little bit. And then maybe I'll let these go for just a little bit longer. Let me show you the petals. So it's pretty much, it's come out quite a bit. Actually, I think I'm just going to go ahead and strain them now, because it has been at least a half hour. Okay, let's strain these petals. So they did lose their color. And the rose water color is very vibrant in color. It's dark. So I'm going to let that cool off. Actually, you use a glass container. I don't have a glass spray bottle for the one that I want to use for my hair. So I'm just going to put it in a mason jar. This one, I have the lavender oil, but I don't want to change the fragrance too much. So I'm trying to preserve it a little bit longer. And so I'm going to use the tea tree oil and put a couple drops in this. And it said up to 12 drops. I don't know if I want that much. That's all I'm going to do. I don't know how many that was. Probably at least 10. I don't know. And then also vodka prolongs the shelf life. So I have some Everclear grain alcohol, and you use just a teaspoon. Okay, so it can cool off in the jar. So I'm going to go ahead, stir it up. And place it in the jar to cool. This jar might be too big, but I guess it doesn't matter. I don't know if I should use a smaller one or not. I think I will. It's definitely not that much. So let's use this one. And if I have an overflow, I have a smaller glass jar that I can use. Let's see how much. Oh, yeah, maybe I should have used that jar. Okay. I'm not going to fill it to the top. Oh, what should I do? I'm going to go for it. Sorry. What I should have done in the first place. Oh yeah, I didn't think it was that much. It's quite a bit. quite a bit. So we'll let that cool off, and what I'll do is, what now? The other distilled rose water is here. Now I want that to last. I want to use that for my hair. I don't think I want to put alcohol in there. So I am just going to put, I'm going to put a couple drops of the lavender. Just a couple. Just to preserve this for a little bit longer. Because this is a small amount. Okay. And then I'll just place that in this one. Interesting. So the distilled rose water does not have the color. So I have to make sure I label these. And I need to find, so if you put it in a spray bottle, they said use a high quality plastic or a glass. I do not have either right now. So I'm just going to keep it stored in these containers until I'm ready to use it. Oh, let me leave that top off so that they can cool. So I think I'm done. Wash up my dishes, clean up my mess, and let these cool off. And thank you for watching. Do your research. Do your research. We'll see how this works when I use it for whatever I may use it for. Skin, hair. We'll see. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Peace and love. Try it out.